This is your family's first and most important line of defense against Mother Nature. When she strikes, make sure you call the people that I trust, my family and friends at Exterior Home Solutions. Exterior Home Solutions 2-minute drill on this Sunday, Brent. We had a little praise and worship music out there at practice, and I was ready to get going. I was about to throw my hands in the air.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's you. You're big. You're big in that.
It was a good mood, good atmosphere.
It was
for this Sunday.
Well,
as more players get further down the road of coming back, like Brew McCoy.
Yeah, and I think that's why the good mood vibe is out there for a lot of people. Is they got through Friday night with some good work, but they didn't have sustain any significant injury of note that we can see. Brew McCoy doing more than he's done all fall camp. Mike Matthews doing more than he's done all fall camp. You heard Josh Heupel talk Friday night about, to your question, about some guys got to get some work. Like, we got to get ramped up. I mean, we're going to be cautious with guys, but guys got to get some work in. And some of those guys were getting work in today, particularly at the receiver spot with Matthews and with Brew McCoy getting more reps.
Yeah, Tennessee's just deep at that wide receiver position. And they're getting deeper by the day with Matthews getting healthier, back out of practice, able to go and do more, considering he did nothing the first week and a half.
Yeah, no doubt. And so you had them going on, and then you watch routes versus air, and they're like, I understand why Ethan Davis was a really good high school wide receiver. Like, he's clearly most comfortable in those settings, but then he went right over and went into some blocking stuff. Tight end was a heavy emphasis on some blocking stuff in the run game, little pass protection blocking stuff. So they were quickly getting out of the routes versus air and quickly getting into some physical stuff today, because I think that's a point of emphasis for them coming out of the scrimmage.
Christian Harrison in a red jersey today. Obviously, he started the scrimmage at nickel the other night, but in a red jersey today, I thought that was of note. Edwin Spillman, he got a nice little butt chewing from William Inge. Again, freshman being freshman. Either way, they're still high on him. But today, it was kind of a like, all right, you need to get knocked back down a peg.
Yeah, well, and I mean, again, there's a standard, and all those being held to him, and it's not just you can praise all those. It suddenly doesn't mean he can't play. It's just he had a freshman moment, and there are plenty of those out there. Should note this too: Dante Thornton doing more today as well. He's been bothered a little bit by a muscle pull, so. Again, I think the good news for Tennessee, as Josh Heupel and the staff manage this fall camp sort of 3-on, 1-off type deal, they're getting some guys back healthier, which is really important for the scrimmage coming up later this week.
Yeah, with the safeties, it was Jacoby Thomas running with Andre Turrentine today, at least when we were out there. It doesn't mean that's what happened when we left, but at least when we were out there for individual, those were the top two safeties today after Will Brooks started the safety position the other night beside of Turrentine. So clearly, the competition's heating up there.
Yeah, and I think that's the point, is don't get too caught up in who started one scrimmage versus what another,
or who started an individual period.
Right, because it's very clear that the competition at safety is far from over, and the competition at star is far from over. We know that Harrison started. I think he was solid. We know Boo came in, made a couple of plays. Does that mean he's suddenly better? It's a continued competition, and it's about the coaching staff figure out what all can we do with each individual player, and that's what they're trying to do between scrimmage 1 and scrimmage 2 to see how far somebody can go.
He is Brent Hubbs. I am Austin Price. Have a great Sunday, everybody. We'll talk to you on the General's Quarters.